Sunday finds us
in Tumby Bay.
Let's take a look at how we got here.
We started the week in Glendambo.
We're in the Glendambo pub, and this is a cracking building. It looks fantastic. You got all this fantastic timber work. You got this massive big fire pit. A fire pit. You got this massive big fireplace. You got this beautiful stone. It's one of the better looking pubs I've been to in South Australia. Just fantastic. We're staying in the caravan park at the back. It's $30 a night for power. There's no potable water. I've had a look at the amenities. The amenities are ordinary, let's be honest. But yeah, but there's heaps of space. Lots of powered sites. And when we got here, we were the second ones here, and it's steadily filled up afterwards. It's like almost halfway between Port Augusta and Coober Pedy, so it's a pretty popular overnight spot, I'd suggest. But the pub, it's a cracking looking pub. If you get a beer, it'd be even better. Is he? Where's my beer? What an absolute banger. As you can see, there's heaps and heaps of empty spaces at the moment. In the afternoon and overnight it seems to fill up to about, I don't know, 3/4? 70%. And then a lot of people are heading off every day, so you can see up above on the higher tier there's heaps of cabins. I assume these ones would be water view cabins. I've got no idea how much they cost, but there's heaps of them. Laundry, $4 a load.
Yep.
Which is pretty good.
It is.
And there was at least 4 machines, or was there more?
Yeah, at least 4, I'm not sure, I didn't count.
So there was heaps of machines. The amenities are really good. So that's ramp access and stair access up to the amenities block. And then you can see there's more cabins. They look a bit bigger, these ones. But it's all water view. You can see big ships in the background. Heaps of boats out fishing.
Got your little protection along here for some of them.
Yeah. Which would be a handy spot to put the Weber or something.
Yeah.
If you're cooking outside. So this, obviously, Basil and Sir Gallivant.
Both still wearing a bit of the outback on them. Haven't had a chance to give them a wash.
Yeah, a bit of red dirt still. But that's a lovely camp. It's a lovely park.
It's big. It goes back a long way. There's many different rows of cabins and
They seem to be cabin heavy.
yeah.
There's a lot of cabins, but you got this down the bottom for the vans and trailers and whatnot.
Which is lucky because you're normally up the back and don't see any of it.
And there's bouncing pillows or jumping pillows. And here's some mini golf, some outdoor chess, and basketball hoop. And you have the sheltered area with a sink, a couple of barbecues. So the sheltered area where you can have a seat through to the camp kitchen, which has a TV, a good fridge, a nice big stovetop and microwave. We are at the Whyalla foreshore
Yeah.
caravan park. And we're going to see if we can walk along the beach to the Whyalla foreshore, and see if we can do it for sure, or whether we can't. I reckon for sure we can. What do you reckon, Tanya?
Well, it's not that far.
It's not that far. But that's the caravan park there. This is the beach, and you'll see in the distance the famous Whyalla jetty. And here we go. Foreshore area, car parking up there. There's trees and lawn area, bathrooms, information centres down. There's a secondary information centre down here as well, and it is actually a nice easy walk from the caravan park, isn't it, Tanya? Up in the foreshore there's a cafe.
Do you want a coffee?
I didn't bring my bag with me, or I would have.
I've got phone.
No, I'm not going to get it. Actually, we're going to go and get a coffee. We've got a coffee and a hot chocolate from the cafe, which I'm only a couple of sips in, but it's nice. And this is the foreshore. Barbecue under some shade cloth. Now there's heaps of seaweed around. Me and Tony have been having the debate whether they should be cleaning it up in off season or not. Of course I win. But, yeah, and there's more.
No, you just complain so long that I just give up.
That's fair enough too. And another barbecue under shelter, and that's the jetty. We'll wander out there and have a look. Boat ramp and the
Got a few pelicans coming in to land on the lights.
marina's the other side. Some pelicans getting around. So it really is a beautiful town. I know it's industrial and I know it's working, but it is so unpretentious. I feel really at ease here. So just walked in back along the beach. It's a nice easy walk. Now if the beach is too wet, if it's too high, you can just go around that corner there and you can walk all the way in on a path.
We are at the Cowell RV Park.
Cowell RV Park, so it's about an hour and 10 minutes past.
Oh, maximum.
An hour and 10 from Whyalla. And glimpses of water. Heaps of shrubs and scrubs. We're surrounded by some sort of bird with an alarm. But we're not actually going into Cowell. We're just out a bit over a K to go into Cowell. And we're only here for the one night. And this is $15 a night.
Yes.
$15 a night. Book online and you have designated sites. So we're in site 5. The ocean up there somewhere. So 22 overall. That's good. Must be fully self-contained. Yep. So here's some slightly bigger sites. What do you got? You can see the bloke in the background. They're doing a bit of work on it, which is lovely. But you can see this 21. They're clearly named. They're clearly numbered, clearly marked out. This is actually a really cracking spot. If we were going to be in Cowell for longer, we would stay here longer. So this is the little area, I suppose, little sheltered area. Have a couple of fire pits, which is pretty cool. That's a big lump of wood on that fire pit. And a couple of chairs, bit of a sheltered area. And cans, beer bottles, plastic bottles, wine bottles. So they're doing their best to recycle, and I imagine the money they're getting from the bottle deposit is going towards the upkeep. Book library, which is pretty full, isn't it? There's a lot of books. And then we have notice board, fire pit burning season, which we're in 30th of April to 30th of November. This is the Cowell foreshore. You got water slides, you got a water park. It's fantastic for just a free public area. You got a bouncing pillow, a couple of electric barbecues, and it is right at the back of the Cowell Caravan Park. So if you're staying in the caravan park, you've got this basically over your fence. We're going to walk down and have a look at the jetty and the marina soon. Got a great playground, little BMX track. There's public toilets here. The Cowell foreshore is bloody brilliant. And if you're travelling with young people, they would love it. And there's some more barbecues and a shaded playground. So this is a new build. There's a for lease sign there. I suppose I'll be trying to get a cafe or something like that in there. And then you have this U-Butte marina. It's only a fairly small marina, but it's obviously in really good nick. It's fairly new. So this is the walk out to the jetty at Cowell. You start off in this bit of a breakwater, and then you'll go around to the jetty. So it's a protected little bay. There's lots of oyster boats. Are they oysters, Tanya?
Yeah.
Yeah. Lots of oyster boats go in and out from here. So commercial fishing is still an important part of this area, as it is most of the Eyre Peninsula. Cowell is a beautiful spot.
It is nice. Nice little town.
Our campground, what, 1.5 k's out of town, sort of thing.
About a kilometre.
About a kilometre. Like you can
I
walk
reckon
it.
it's a 20-minute walk into the nearest pub.
And you know, you'd be able to do that easy. It's always the walk home that gets you. But it's a beautiful town. The campground we're at, I don't know where I've said it, it's $15 a night. Book online. Tony was saying if you stay for a week, it's $75. Now, if we had nowhere to go, could I stay at Cowell for a week? I reckon I could.
Geez, it'd be a nice lazy week, wouldn't it?
It would be a lazy week. Welcome to the Franklin Harbour Jetty. All the normal rules apply. And that water...
I could get down there for a photo.
Yeah, well, it'd be tricky.
It would.
That water is crystal clear. It's not very deep, but it is crystal clear. This is the end. We're at the Tumby Bay RV Park for self-contained vehicles only. So this park is about 2 k's out of Tumby Bay. So sizable walk if you wanted to walk it. But you know, walkable if you wanted to. Now it's only $10 a night, which a little bit of that is because it's a little bit out of town. And there's also not a lot here. We do have a dump point, non-potable water, and potable water. There are bins and recycling collecting, and that's about it. But let's just say that the low cost of $10 an hour, $10 an hour, and the low cost of $10 a night. This is pretty cool. And there is Sir Gallivant, just sitting up there magnificently. And Basil's just poked him beside. Now it doesn't look like it, but we're parked here because we were getting some solar yesterday afternoon. Don't know whether we'll get solar today. It's a bit overcast, but it's next to the golf course, so if you did bring your clubs, I suppose you go and have a whack at Tumby Bay. $10 a night. This is really good.
We are at Tumby Bay, and it's gorgeous.
And you're excited because?
Because there is sand and no seaweed.
How good does that water look in the sand?
It is so clear.
And the beach goes all the way around.
It does. Not sure how far it goes the other way, but...
Right, and we're going to go out and have a look at the jetty,
yep,
which looks like a big jetty itself. Yeah, this is a beautiful spot.
Very excited.
Mm. We're on the jetty at Tumby Bay, and looking back on the town, what a beautiful town. Got that beautiful green space, a couple of old pubs, old buildings on the corners, those lovely Norfolk pines which just tell you you're in a coastal town, and all the way around to some of the fancier new builds, which I imagine wouldn't be cheap. But this jetty at Tumby Bay is a beautiful timber jetty. There's a little bit of squid ink about. You may or may not be able to hear my thong, which is a bit wet and squeaky. But beautiful old jetty. Unfortunately, you can't get all the way to the end. We have seen some places where it's a bit under repair. But there's a couple of these platforms that go down to the water's edge a bit. And some good amounts of squid ink here. Don't know whether we'll get a chance to squid here, but we'll see. What do you think of Tumby Bay Jetty, Tanya?
That's good. It's a nice one.
And the townscape is beautiful, isn't it?
It is.
Out here looking back at it. And I think we'd have to say one of the better swimming beaches we've seen.
Yeah. It'd be lovely in summer.
Yeah. Fairly protected. Nice.
I reckon it'd be very busy though.
Nice and sandy. They've got a swimming platform out in the middle that you could swim out to and laze around. We did notice no shark netting, so that means the people at Tumby are tougher, or the sharks are friendlier, or maybe a mix of both, who knows. But Tumby Bay, beautiful spot. Oh, here comes another one in.
Yeah. You grab it. It's gone down.
Oh, on a See what you got to say for yourself, Pelican. So yeah, I'm trying to go forward here. Stuck in reverse. So we've driven around from Tumby Bay a bit. We think we're still in Tumby Bay. You can see there's some ocean. We've just been up to the island lookout where you get a panoramic view of the whole bay, it's a beautiful spot. It really is. It's one of the most beautiful we've been to, I'd say. And then at the island lookout, you also have this really enclosed area, some seats, electric barbecue, grassed area, and a couple of swings. So this is a great spot. It's a beautiful spot. But if you're staying in Tumby Bay and you wanted to come and find somewhere for a nice lunch of a couple of snags or just a picnic, this is a beautiful spot. Oh, and there's a toilet, which is always handy when you get to a certain age. So this is further along out of Tumby Bay, and this is the Tumby Bay Powerboat Club. Just sitting on their lawn looking at this beautiful beach. It is a beautiful place. Not even joking. Alright, so we're at the foreshore at Tumby Bay. We're right near the jetty. You can see the beach and the sand. What are your thoughts, Sonia?
Very beautiful.
And then over here we've got a shelter which is provided by the local Lions Club. Undercover seating area and a barbecue. Just doing some snags for a nice, easy, maybe not healthy, but an easy lunch. Tumby Bay is one of the most beautiful towns we've been to, if not the most beautiful. And remember, don't count the years.
Make the years count.